Welcome back to Let's Play Avernum, Escape from the Pit. Last time we explored Darman, did a local job, and we went ahead and did our cycle of selling off quest items. Let's see. Today we're going to head down to Fort Remote, and first, the abandoned city, which I'm certain is going to be a hotbed of... Oh, this whole area is one enormous ruin. Seems that at some point some people tried to build a town here. You find ruined stone cottages, shells of farms, and ragged patches of edible mushrooms choked out by the abundant toadstools. Looks like everything of value was probably cleaned out long ago. You don't have the time to search the entire ruin. So, a quest reward is going to be someone telling us where to find something of value there. So let's go into Fort Remote. We're probably going to go ahead and poke around the tunnels just to see if we can handle them. Fort Remote. Please don't startle guards. Sharpshooters. We've upgraded from even elite archers to sharpshooters. You see a petite woman, very thin and pale, with pale skin. She's chopping thick, dried fungi into a boiling pot of stew. Hello, warrior. I'm Belinda. Have a seat and I'll give you a hot meal. Belinda stares at the table and mixes mushroom meal into gray, lumpy bread dough. Are you cooking? I am the fort chef. A chef? Well, a cook, really. Can I have a taste? She runs to the oven and gets you a steaming kebab of lizard meat. It's delicious. She flutters her eyelashes at you. I put extra effort into my cooking. Helps relieve everyone's tedium. Why is there so much tedium? Nothing has ever attacked Fort Remote. I don't think anything ever will. But we keep busy. I have my own hobby. What's your hobby? Just say my name to Mick. He'll be out west. Get his reaction. That's what my hobby is. She gives you an evil grin and returns to her cooking. The conversation ends. A woman in a steel breastplate huddles in the corner. She has a huge sword and an even bigger hangover. She begins. Tread softly, please. I need to recover. Bronwyn, another ale. Bronwyn, have another ale. Why did they do this to me? You shouldn't let your commander see it like this. Actually, Tessic is the commanding officer, and he's just a ward. He has me actually direct the warriors. I boldly lead my soldiers out here in the back end of nowhere. She delicately sips on some water from a tin mug. At least you get lots of R&R. Too much. I could have been at the front dealing death to slits and doing some good. But here I am at good old Fort Irrelevant. Think you're irrelevant? Well, that's what we are. The only thing that could possibly attack us is the Drake, and it keeps to itself. Where's the Drake? Some huge old lizard that lives in the tunnels to the west. Mick claims he saw it. Ask him about it. As for me, I'm waiting to recover so I can resume my drinking. Anything here I could do for you? Well, there's a pack of fire lizards roaming the caves to the west. They spit fire at us sometimes. If you killed them, I'd sure appreciate it. We don't have enough troops left to handle them. They're all on the slith front. Drink pretty hard. She gives the gentlest of nods. It's a dirty habit, but it keeps me from getting too angry. I'll get transferred someday. Transferred where? To anywhere where I can fight. Sliths, Nephilim, goblins, bats, monkeys. I don't care. Nope, nothing else. Word Tessic. Meet a man wearing robes and a large ankh. He sits at his desk, half awake and playing solitaire. He instantly motions for you to join him. It's rare to see visitors here. I'm Ward Tessic, acting commander. Here. He immediately starts dealing a game of cards without the formality of seeing if you're interested. You tell me where the commander is. I sort of give some orders here. It's not like there are many to give, but when they come up, I give them. Things get rather tedious, I'm afraid. Why isn't there an actual commander? All the most skilled warriors were sent to fight the actual war. The castle felt that a mere ward was sufficient to rule this fort. I don't take offense. What sort of orders do you usually issue? Open the gates, close the gates, stop bickering, let's have dinner, that sort of thing. So life here is tedious. Oh yes, this fort was built well before the big wars with the Sliths and the Nephilim. We were afraid of attacks from the tunnels to the west, but hardly anything lives out there, and the things that are out there keep to themselves, so we have nothing to guard against. To stave off madness, we busy ourselves with other activities. Kinds of activities. Well, I play cards. He waves at the desk. I play thousands of games of solitaire. Won, too. Pointless, really. Then we all take part in the standard pointless love affairs, have meals, exercise, have sing-alongs, you get the idea. And we act hospitable to the occasional visitor. Breaks the monotony. Any visitors lately? Party of adventurers came through a few months back. They stayed with us a week. Much fun was had. Then they went west, and most of them got killed. Chasm Drake. Then there are merchants, messengers, supply caravans, and so on. Do you know anything about the Drake? Fearsome, deadly, wealthy, remote, west of here. Doesn't bother us. We don't bother it. Where's the Drake? Oh, you don't want to see it. It's far too fierce and dangerous. Is there a bounty on it? He seems confused. No, not at all. Why would there be? It never leaves its lair. It leaves us alone, so we leave it alone. Anything interesting about the area? No, not really. I'm just checking the inventories out of curiosity at this point. Alright. Yeah, let's check out the Uncharted Tunnels then. You find a small, handsome man sitting and contemplating the small spring. He's eating a sandwich. What are you doing out here? Watching the spring? That's how I pass the time. It is a nice spring. Sure is. Calm and pretty. Yes, yes, sir. What lives west of here? Lots of lizards, big and small. I've even heard rumors of a dragon out there. He waves to the west. A dragon, huh? So I've heard. Rumors, I know, but if Motrax can live down here, why not other dragons? We know the Empire didn't kill them all. Belinda said I should mention her name to you. The moment you say her name, he chokes on his sandwich, smiles ecstatically, rolls his eyes, breathes heavily, and gets a headache. Simultaneously. There are no words in his response, but he communicates an awful lot. He eventually regains his composure. Yes, she torments my existence. But at least it keeps life out here interesting. Can you tell me more about Belinda? No, if she heard I'd been gossiping about her, she'd never forgive me. She always says there's too much gossip in this little fort to begin with. I heard you'd seen a drake. I saw it, I did. They say it never wanders the tunnels, but it does, and it came close to us. I was sitting here, and it saw me, and I saw it. I thought it was going to kill me, but it lost interest. Not hungry, I think, but it could have ate me in a second. Watch the spring. You sit with Mick and watch the spring in quiet contemplation. He hands you a chunk of his sandwich. It's a rare, peaceful moment, then he nods farewell as you move on. Alright, we've got a lot of... Oh. I think the strangest part of that is that it's like... I could kill them. I just have to survive the onslaught. Unfortunately, there's no pre-buffing in the overworld. There's an abandoned outpost at the end of this secluded passage. It's been empty of human occupants for some years. Giant spiders have taken over in the absence of bipedal occupants. Huge walls of webs shroud the structure. The arachnids have erected an RNA shrine. The webs have many elaborate lines of rune woven into them. Fortunately, at this point, none of the RNA are around. Try to decipher it. Look at the runes carefully and realize you might be able to decipher them. Alas, after looking at them for a few minutes, you're interrupted. RNA seer down. This is gonna be a rough one. I'm up here and ensnaring wand. I think that AoE spam is the way to handle this. Purging Pistol. And... Idiot Ice. Healing Elixir and... No, Acid Shower is overkill. What? Why did you do that? I'm legitimately too baffled to be upset. Alright, I gotta handle that one a little differently. And it does involve more AoE spam. You... Radiate Ice twice. Walk up here, and... That Spine Shield, not Acid Armor. Or, Acid Armor. There we go. Acid Shower. Walk up here. Are you kidding me? Why do you route like that? Alright, you need to pick off individuals. That is your job. Everyone else AoEs, you pick off individuals. While I sit here for 8 years while this turn plays out. Acid Shower again. Healing Elixir. You have a damaging wand? You don't. Right, because I forgot that, you know, I can combo a spell with a wand. Alright. That handles that. Step back. And Ensnaring Wand here. Ow! Wand. And you can start stabbing them. Never mind. I can definitely handle this, though. I just need to be a bit more... Actually, yeah, give you a crystalline wand so you can double up your Cone of Coal. Decipher! Ensnaring Wand. Twice. Walk up here and Acid Shower. Walk up 1. Crystalline Wand. And Protection. Now, the picking off needs to be these fungi. Oh. No, it doesn't. I need to be doing fire damage to those, I think. Alright, we're not handling that right now. There's probably a solution given what I have, but... just because I can't handle some fixed encounters doesn't mean that I can't handle anything. This is why I'm going to continue exploring the uncharted tunnels. You find a small outpost here, ruined and abandoned. There are a number of skeletons inside, still dressed in rusted and tattered armor. You inspect them. One torn chainmail vest bears the telltale faded crown symbol of the Empire. A group of soldiers in the shredded armor of the surface world tried to defend themselves here. They failed. Everything of value, that you can find anyway, has been looted long since. The outpost has been resting here, abandoned for a few years now. Yet it is strange that the Empire kept a lookout here. You wonder what they were watching, or protecting. That's a single Drake, I think. I mean, I wasn't wrong. Just focus on getting it dead now. Walk up here. Call a storm. Okay, it didn't die in one turn. But I got a lot closer than I expected to. You can actually walk up and bonk it. You probably shouldn't. That should finish it off. Yes. Let's see. Hit you because you have the least health. It's a simple, honest method. Why is that E for you? Heal yourself. Honestly, just take a melee swing. 18% and it hit. Oh, I can flawless shot from melee distance. That's weird. see, what's over here? There's a group of large reddish lizards drinking at this oasis. When you get close, they look at you, sizing you up with unusual intelligence. Then they return to their drinking, uncertain that fighting you is worth the risk. There's a dead human at the edge of the pack, a victim of these cunning hunters. Oh, it's drakes. I thought they might be fire lizards. Crocolisks. Protection, if we're going to be dealing with 4 drakes. Let's see, mass healing actually does a really good job. I'm not winning that one, though. Okay. Uncharted tunnels? Largely beyond our pay grade. So then I guess let's head up to Fort Saffron. Because I'm not going to go look for the dragon if I can't handle some drakes. This long passage runs straight through the middle of the fort. It's a small fort. There aren't many soldiers stationed here. They have magical help, though. The glyphs carved into the floor in the passage glow slightly and radiate heat. You imagine that a grim fate awaits any hostiles who tried to force their way through here. A weary man sits at the table writing out orders. He wears the traditional robes of a mage. Tiny runes have been woven into the cloth and silver thread. He rises to greet you when you enter. Welcome, warrior. I am Commander Novak. Fort Saffron has little to offer the working adventurer, but we do offer a place to rest on the way to the Abyss. Can you tell me about this fort? He sighs. This is Fort Saffron. I'm in charge here. Here at Saffron, we work hard day and night to keep Avernum safe from brigands. Also, I think I'm going insane. Are brigands a major problem out here? Yeah, but I've tried to keep the pass as safe as possible, of course, given we haven't been given any reinforcements, any new weapons, any acknowledgement we exist for months. They say keeping this pass safe should be simple. Simple. Ha! Your situation sounds frustrating. This pass is the only halfway decent path known from the brigand-ridden caves to the north to the Great Cave. You'd think they could never get through, but they get by somehow. I don't understand it. They must be invisible. If you could figure out how they're getting through, I would be very grateful. What will you do about it? Nothing. How can I? I don't have the resources. You're going insane. I shouldn't be here. I was drafted, plain and simple. They needed mages, so they grabbed them. And me, a promising alchemist. You're an alchemist. Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Did you work on anything interesting? Personally, no, but I was making a pretty penny. One of my colleagues, a fellow named Hodgson, was a better alchemist than me. Ask him about it. He leans close to you and whispers he was going to try some experiments with grey mold. Then he had to go into the army. They got us both. He's at one of the great cave forts now. Fort Emerald, I think. Big waste. Are you prepared for battle? I suppose we have to be. We're always short of resources. Warriors, mainly. We could also use another mage. It takes all my energy to keep up the wards that defend us. What wards? The symbols on the floor out in the passage. They're harmless now, but I can make them incinerate anyone who touches them. If the fort gets attacked, and it might. Can't get supplies here. I wish you could. I wish we had something to spare. Dilbert. Meet a beanpole of a man wearing robes that hang loosely off his spare frame. He paces back and forth, muttering. Are you okay? He turns to talk to you. You see he has extensive burn scars on his face. Do I look okay? I volunteered to maintain this fort. I look after the wards mainly. Safer than things I could be doing. He runs his fingers over his scar self-consciously. What wards? Where? The huge runes out in the wall. They're inactive now, but when they're on, they're a powerful defense. How did you get those burn scars? I've been adventuring. Looks like your adventure wasn't too successful. He grimaces. I suppose, but that's because I was with the merriest band of incompetents you've ever seen. Want to avoid meeting. We were trying to help ourselves to some of the dragon chasm drake's loot. Unfortunately, we found its lair. Where was the lair? It's far south and west, in the tunnels to the west of Fort Remote. It was unfortunate that we found it because only Sabrina and I got out. I don't really want to talk about it. Ask her about the drake. She's in Blosk. I'm sure she'd love to relive it. And she deserved to get burned instead of me. The whole mess was her fault if she hadn't tripped that trap. A nasty trap? The drake set traps. Magic. Everywhere. If you ever go there, be prepared to take it and take it hard. One of those runes, the burning, the fire, the pain, the scars, with me forever. He's starting to get very agitated. His face is twitching and his hands are shaking. You politely excuse yourself to give him a chance to calm down. Archer. Bag of meal. I don't have the key and it's too complicated to be picked. Huh. There's gonna be something over here. Button. Say password in advance and be quiet. Watch lizards. And a rogue warrior. Ah, I see. For a second, I was like, oh, is this going to be like a scimitar thing? But no, it's the brigands. Just go for protection. That can mass heal if I need to. Assassin. And I don't yet need to, so, call the storm. Finish off the assassin. And I can't really get a shot at the weakened rope. Really? You can't? Anything? Finish you off. You go ahead and mass heal. Finish you. Ooh. Acid will finish you. Oh. Brigand Telemer. I was not expecting, like, a boss. For now, focus on actually taking down all the ads just because of how freaking many there are. No, melee, come in on the boss. You come up and mass heal. Finish you off. Nice try, buddy. Hail. Farsight Longbow. 10% faster recovery. I'm gonna take a peek at that. Blue Dagger, Scroll of Recovery. Okay, so that does a lot more damage. So I'm going to take that, because I already have a chance of inflicting random status effects from your skills, and that includes acid. It is nice to always like get a near guaranteed roll on acid separately, but I think this is going to be better. And then you are going to be using this as a replacement for your Cavewood Longbow. What do we got here? Wand of Karunos. Curse of Karunos. I know what that, or I should know what that does in my journal. These boxes contain the result of the bandits' hard work and looting. Several sacks of coins. The large sacks have copper coins, the small sacks have silver coins. There's a lot of money here. 750. All because I was like, well, there's probably going to be something over in this direction. Oh, hello. Cavewood bow is worth a little money. Energy potion. Say the password in advance and be quiet. Oh, we know how they were getting in now. Found some brigands in a hidden passage. I killed them. You did? His face brightens. Excellent. Thank you for your help. That's the first bit of good news I've gotten in weeks. That explains why the brigands have been able to slip by Fort Saffron so easily. I'll send someone back there to work on closing the passage. Thank you again for your help. XP and reputation. Alright. So, next time on Let's Play Avernum, Escape from the Pit. I guess we'll go ahead and do these bandit things before heading back down to Gremlin's Gold. See you guys then.